Hello learners, this is Easy Engineering, and today we're going to talk about an interesting topic in mathematics, and that is about data. Data is a collection of facts such as numbers, words, measurements, observations, or just descriptions of things. Data can either be qualitative or quantitative. So let's define these two terms. Qualitative data is a descriptive information, which means this kind of data describes something. On the other hand, quantitative data is numerical information, which deals with numbers. Now let us have an example. Take a look at Tony. What do we know about him? Here are the data that we gathered from Tony. He is a statistician. He has black hair. His legs are long. He weighs 197.9 pounds. He is 5 feet and 9 inches tall. Can you differentiate the qualitative data and quantitative data from the given example? That's right, the qualitative data that we got are: Tony is a statistician, he has black hair, and his legs are long. And the quantitative data that we got are: he weighs 197.9 pounds and he is 5 feet and 9 inches tall. Quantitative data can either be discrete or continuous. Discrete data can only take certain values like whole numbers. An example would be the number of students in a class. This example is discrete because we can't have half a student. Continuous data, on the other hand, can take any value within a range. For example, a person's height. It could be any value within the range of human heights, not just certain fixed heights or the time in a race, or the length of a leaf. To put this simply, discrete data is counted and continuous data is measured. Data can be collected in many ways. The simplest way is direct observation. For example, you want to find how many cars pass by a certain point on a road in a 10-minute interval. In order to do this, you have to stand near that road and count the cars that pass by in 10 minutes. You might also want to count many 10-minute intervals at different times during the day and on different days too. Data can also be collected by doing a survey. Now let us talk about census and samples. A census is when we collect data for every member of the group or the whole population. A sample, on the other hand, is when we collect data just for selected members of the group. For an example, there are a total of 2,000 students in your school. You can ask everyone, which means all 2,000 students, of what their age is. Now that is a census. Or you could just choose the random students this afternoon and that would be a sample. A census is accurate but hard to do. A sample is not as accurate but may be good enough and is a lot easier. There are a lot of ways on how to show data. Now let us tackle them one by one. First on the list are bar graphs. A bar graph, also called a bar chart, is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. Imagine you just did a survey of 145 people and asked them which is the nicest fruit. The table shows 6 kinds of fruits and how many people voted for them. We can represent the table on a bar graph like this. It is a really good way to show relative sizes. We can see which types of movie are most liked and which are least liked at a glance. We can use bar graphs to show the relative sizes of many things, such as what type of car people have, how many customers a shop has on different days, and so on. Next is a pie chart. It is a special chart that uses pie slices to show relative sizes of data. Imagine you just did a survey of your friends to find which kind of movie they like best. The table shows the types of movies and how many of them voted for that genre. We can represent the table on a pie chart like this. Did you know that you can make this pie chart yourself? Yes, that's right. I'll show you how. First, put your data in a table and then add up all the values to get a total. Next, divide each value by the total and multiply by 100 to get percent. Now to figure out how many degrees for each pie slice, or correctly called a sector, we do this calculation. Note that a full circle has 360 degrees. Now you are ready to start drawing. Draw a circle, then use your protractor to measure the degrees of each sector. That's it, easy, right? Next is line graph. It is a graph that shows information that is connected in some way, such as change over time. For example, you are learning facts about dogs, and each day you do a short test to see how good you are. And these are the results. And here is the same data as a line graph. You can also create line graphs yourself. First, make a vertical scale with tick marks, label the tick marks, and give the scale a label. Draw a horizontal scale with tick marks and labels. Put a dot for each data value. Connect the dots and give the graph a title. And that is how you make a line graph. Lastly, you can show data through pictographs. It is a way of showing data using images. Each image stands for a certain number of things. For example, here is a pictograph of how many apples were sold at the local shop over 4 months. Note that each picture of an apple means 10 apples and the half apple picture means 5 apples. So the pictograph is showing in January, 10 apples were sold. In February, 40 apples were sold. In March, 25 apples were sold. And in April, 20 apples were sold. It is a fun and interesting way to show data, but it is not very accurate. In the example above, we cannot show just 1 apple sold or 2 apples sold, etc. Alright, that ends our lesson for today. I hope you learned something. See you again next time for more interesting and fun topics, only here in Easy Engineering. We make engineering topics easy and fun for you.